Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Philina. I am the head of the TU Darmstadt North America office. It's a pleasure to be here and to speak about my most favorite programs of all our exchange programs. I'm speaking on behalf of Darmstadt. Darmstadt is south of Frankfurt, 20 minutes south of Frankfurt. So we always say that the airport of Frankfurt actually belongs to us because it's much closer to Darmstadt downtown than it is to Frankfurt. Darmstadt itself is a very pretty city. It has been the summer residency of the Prussian queens and kings. That's why we have beautiful parks and beautiful buildings, but we also a technical university that does research in the latest fields of technology. For example, cybersecurity, physics, or mechanical engineering is one of our strongest fields. Because we are a technical university, we work closely together with partners from the industry, such as Siemens, Bosch, Merck, Continental, or Deutsche Bahn. We also work with smaller and medium enterprises. Our professors of engineering have experiences in the industry so that students can solve real industry problems already in their degree, which is very beneficial for their future careers as well. As you might be aware, 80% of the German research funding comes from the industry. So to get that kind of education and that kind of mindset while you're still studying is a great asset of the German technical university system. TU Darmstadt has 15 partners in the US. And we exchange students, of course, in all kinds of fields, architecture, political science, for example, but most of them in the fields of engineering. Today, I would like to speak about my favorite programs. As I've already said, they're so-called international engineering programs. Why is they so amazing? Firstly, you get 2 degrees, one BS in engineering or in the STEM fields in general. I'll get to that in a bit. And you get a BA in German. And on top of that, it is written into your study plan that you get international study abroad experience, so it's an international internship experiences. And because it's written in your study plan already, it is a lot more accessible to find your way through not only your own university and the different colleges maybe, but also between 2 university landscapes, in this case, the one of the US and the one of Germany. So it's very much more easier to stay on track with your degree while you gain academic excellence and life skills for your future careers. Why is German a good idea to learn or to add to your engineering degree? It has proven to be highly recommendable because of, amongst other things, this list. This is the top 10 skills list that will land you in high-paying jobs. That's the title of an article that was published in 2020. And you can read a lot of skills here: service orientation, people management, problem-solving skills, cognitive flexibility, and so on and so forth, that you do gain when you learn a foreign language on a much more proficient level. And that is obviously the skills that future employers want you to bring to their company. Engineers have to connect to people to be successful in their job. I think that is stating the obvious. And when we ask the students why did they pick up the dual degree option, they have very many good reasons, but I always like to give the quote of one student in particular. He said, well, engineering gets me the contract, but language seals the deal. Meaning language builds trust and empathy, and that is what you need in business as well to build successful and lasting relationships. Customers and clients and colleagues come from all over the world these days, no matter where you yourself are located. So to get that kind of experience, to work in international, intercultural teams while you're still a student is much easier and much more fun probably than learning it the hard way while you're on the job already. So I will just briefly speak about the 3 partnerships we have in that regard with our American partnerships. The first one is the University of Rhode Island. They are the founders, they developed that program more than 30 years ago. You earn a BS in engineering and a BA in German, like I said, in 5 years. And the 4th year, you study abroad and do your internship abroad. As I also mentioned before, it's jointly administered by the College of Engineering and the College of Arts and Science. That is why it smoothly integrates those 2 paths that you have to combine. And even though they are the founders of this program, they keep reinventing it, I will say. They have a living learning community, which I find fabulous, where students, URI students, live together with students, in this case from Germany. They can speak German, they can share their academic experiences, and they can also encounter intercultural challenges together, which is a great preparation for both sides, obviously. They also have a summer school in Berlin, where they prepare their students for their study abroad term. Secondly, they also initiated the Colloquium on International Engineering Education. It has just passed, but I just wanted to mention it. I think it's a fabulous gathering of experts in the fields of engineering, German programs, industry representatives, and study abroad advisors. So this is highly recommended maybe for the educators and teachers that are listening in. Secondly, we have the same partnership basically with the University of Arkansas. I was able to visit the University of Arkansas last year and to speak to a few students and alumni of the program. So I'm going to share this one experience. Stephen said, that is also showed on the website. Stephen said, my German has improved exponentially since I've been in Germany, but for the first 2 months, it was really difficult. And I wanted to share that experience because that is obviously a problem he ran into and he had to solve it. And in these kinds of situations, when students look back to their study abroad experience, they share these kinds of experiences and say how much they grow in these kinds of situations because they find out I can actually do this. I know how to mediate these situations, to negotiate. I know where to find help. And that is what makes you grow as a person and as an employee. He went on to do his internship at BMW, as you can read there, which was a dream come true. And lastly, I would like to speak about the engineering program, the international engineering program that we have with UMass. And I have to add, and that's what I did in the headline there, it's a complete STEM, international STEM program. It's called iSTEP. And it not only offers these programs for engineering students, but also for STEM students, and current students, for example, are enrolled to take chemistry, physics, or astronomy. We share a very special relationship with the University of Massachusetts because the states are sister states. Hessen and Massachusetts are sister states as well, which allows us to exchange students in much more easy ways, for example, also for short-term programs like summer and winter schools. The biggest question is obviously, do you have to know German already before you start? And the answer is no, you do not need any German language skills for your application. You will graduate though with a B1 or 2 level, if you're familiar with the Goethe leveling of the languages, and you will learn scientific and technical German, which is obviously more relevant to your field. So I can only recommend choose the life that offers you the greatest adventure and the safest harbor. And this degree, I think, is a great step into exactly that direction. So we at TU Darmstadt and Darmstadt in general are very much looking forward to being your gate to Germany and your gate to an international career. Thank you very much.